Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. We're in the Hebrew month of Elul, and our portion is from Deuteronomy 21, Ki Tetzei. That's where it begins. And this is pretty interesting material. Actually, you might say it's sort of racy, so you may want to read it on your own. We'll discuss it in Torah study this Saturday morning. This is the kind of thing we do not necessarily teach in the religious school. So if you really distill all of it, it comes down, though, to positive family values. And in Judaism, family is of utmost importance. And we learn about a family to be healthy needs respect and love and trust in one another. Family issues go all the way back, you could say, to Adam and Eve, certainly Abraham and Sarah. And we learn, it's one of the portions that is read during the High Holy Days in many of our conservative synagogues, and that's the story about Abraham and Hagar, who is Abraham's unofficial wife. And with Hagar, Ishmael is born. And Sarah, although initially she approves of this relationship, actually grows envious of it and also feels that Ishmael is just not a good influence on Abraham or on Isaac, and therefore she sends them out to the desert, to the wilderness. There's no food, there's no water, and Hagar is very despondent and feeling depressed and alone and isolated, and she leaves the child and she wanders off. And that's when God calls to her and says, Hagar, get back to your child. Take care of your child. In other words, find somebody to help, someone to assist. And we take that kind of a verse because we talk about our own families, but Temple Emmanuel is one big family. And that's why at the high holidays, we often say, welcome back to our family reunion, which it is. So our caring community carries out that beautiful message of family, but it's more than just a code word. It's real. It happens. At Temple Emmanuel, you are loved for, you are cared for, and under the expert guidance of Paula Levine, we try to reach out to families. We try to meet them where their needs are, their cares, their concerns, but we're also always looking for those who can help us. So it's really part of a family, helping one another, help others, finding somebody else to help. There's a very dramatic portion with Moses and the Israelites going back to when they were about to leave Egypt. And at one point, Pharaoh says, you can leave, you can get out of here, but I'm going to separate the families. Not all of you can go together. And that's when Moses says, either we go with our families, with our husbands, or our wives, our sons and daughters, we go together, or we're not going at all. So when you really sift through the Torah portion, you will see that it's about family love, respect, and devotion. And there's one phrase, what do you do with the disobedient son? If you should have a son or a daughter who's disobedient, don't even go there. It's brutal. However, I don't think it was ever carried out. But the message is honoring one's father and mother is perhaps the most important commandment. You can extend that to grandparents, grandmother, grandfather. You can extend that to the entire family, to honor, to respect, to care for, to be there for. That's really what Judaism is all about. And therefore, that's what we try to live here each and every day. We look forward to seeing you this Friday night at 7 o'clock for Shabbat services, Torah study at 9:15, and certainly the High Holy Days are approaching, and we can't wait to see all of you then for our big family reunion. Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos.